Hey everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about Marvel's latest Netflix TV show, Iron Fist. If you don't want anything ruined for you, I would suggest not watching this review. Now, Iron Fist is the last of the Defenders to get his own TV show on Netflix. We have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and now Iron Fist. I am a humongous fan of the TV shows Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I haven't managed to get through Luke Cage yet. I will before the Defenders comes out, but I'm a huge fan of the other two shows. I have not read the comics, but I am just a huge fan of the Marvel Netflix universe and the heroes that live in it, and I was incredibly excited for Iron Fist. And to my dismay, the critics had to come and burst my bubble before the show was even released. The first 6 episodes came out and the critics were slating it for being boring and having no action, and I never listened to critics. It just happens. I don't. I like having my own opinion on films and TV shows. I don't trust critics to make up my mind for me. So I went into this TV show with an open mind. I watched all 13 episodes on Netflix. So let's talk about it. So Iron Fist follows Danny Rand, who is a young man who has just returned to New York. He's been missing and thought to be dead for 15 years after his plane crash with his parents in it over the Himalayas when he was a young boy. Danny returns to New York in the hopes of restoring his company's name and his company's values for what his father would have wanted, and he has also gained the power of the Iron Fist. He is a protector of one of the parts of heaven, which is called Kunlun. Finn Jones plays the title character of Danny Rand, and to begin with, I really liked his character. I was invested in his character, I was invested and intrigued by his mysterious story and his tales of Kunlun and how he was going to become this almighty and powerful Iron Fist. But unfortunately, as the series went on, Danny really didn't have any character development from the episode of episode 1 to episode, say, 10. All he would say is, I am the Iron Fist, I have this power, I am the Iron Fist, I have this power. Does he prove it? Not really. Don't get me wrong, there are tons of fight sequences in Iron Fist. The critics were crazy to say that there was no action, considering in episode 2 there are at least 3 action sequences. But Danny as a character is very disturbed and is very set in his childlike ways. He is not really given a chance to fully grow up into a man, and that shines through his character. And as interesting as that is in a character, I think the way that he is written is incredibly annoying, and throughout the show he really doesn't get any character development, and that really doesn't help with his likability. Fortunately, since Danny Rand isn't the most likable or well-developed character in the show, we have tons of good side characters. The side character I loved the most was Colleen Wing, played by Jessica Henwick. I loved her. She was badass. She had loads of layers, she was well-developed, and she was well-written. I kept watching this show from about, I would say, episode 7, when I started getting really tired of Danny. I watched this show for Colleen Wing. She could have her own Netflix spin-off show and I would be really totally cool with it. We also have the Meacham family, which is the family Danny grew up with: Howard Meacham, Joy Meacham, and Ward Meacham, and they are a mixed batch as it goes. To begin with, I really like Joy, and to end with, I didn't really like Joy. To begin with, I didn't like Ward, and then at the end, I kind of liked Ward, and I missed Ward, and I wanted to knock some sense into the people that were not Ward. There is so much exposition in Iron Fist. I get it, it's a new concept. All of the other Defenders don't have as much of a complex backstory as Danny Rand / Iron Fist, but you do not have to keep telling us every episode what is going on. Lazy exposition and explanation makes for a boring show. There's lots of scenes with the Meachams and their plot which really didn't interest me. They became more and more irrelevant as time went on. The only saving grace to this boring businessy plot with the Meachams was when we would flash to the action scenes with Colleen and Danny. Now, as I said, Danny's not the most likable character. Colleen, I love her, she is the best. Those were the saving graces, and even though they were the saving graces, they still weren't as good as Jessica Jones or Daredevil. There are a few badass action sequences in Iron Fist, notably the hallway fight scene. Marvel seemed to do hallway fight scenes so well. There is no shortage of action in Iron Fist. The problem I had with it was the way it was shot and the fact that it didn't feel threatening in the slightest. These fights were too short, didn't really pack a punch, and didn't feel threatening to the character, considering you know he has so much power. I think the action in Daredevil is a lot more effective, considering we know the consequences of this character. And the never-ending plots of Iron Fist were all over the place. We have the main plot to do with Danny being the Iron Fist, being the sworn enemy of the Hand. Now, the Hand is a great villain. They are unstoppable, they are vicious, they are violent, everybody fears them. But the fact that Danny keeps repeating himself, being like, I am the Iron Fist, we know, Danny, but you're not doing a lot to stop the Hand right now. Of course, he pursues the Hand and he, you know, defeats them or whatever, but for real, it really didn't pack a punch as much as Daredevil packed a punch with the Hand. Every single time Danny said, I am the Iron Fist, I'm the sworn enemy of the Hand, I could just hear Matt Murdock in the background being like, excuse me, what? And there were several times towards the ending of this show where the plot just got super messy, where I was thinking, guys, please, somebody just call Matt to sort this out. He would have it done. If this show had a more focused plot and a more likeable main character which doesn't have to explain who he is every single episode, I think Iron Fist could have been something on the levels of Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Did I binge watch the hell out of this show? Yes. Yes, I did. But towards the ending of the show, the only reason I was watching was because of the side characters like Colleen Wing and Claire Temple. Of course Claire Temple was going to show up. She shows up in everything and she wonders why superheroes happen to her. Claire Temple is sometimes the only voice of reason in this show. Everyone else is around her making stupid decisions and she's there thinking, why am I surrounded by idiots? The writing in Iron Fist is really its main downfall. The action is impressive, the acting's impressive, but the writing just tanks it. Finn Jones does a great job with the character of Danny Rand with what he is given, and everyone around him does a great job at acting. Colleen Wing, Queen of Life, I love her. But the writers didn't give Danny a chance to grow throughout the season. I think he is going to be a good addition to the Defenders. I just don't think that Iron Fist is worth watching if you're just going to have a casual watch. You've got to be committed to watching all of the Defenders, Netflix, Marvel shows. You want to sit through this one for the side characters and for the fact that his plotline and storyline is going to add a lot to the Defenders show. That is probably one of the only reasons you should probably watch Iron Fist. So those are my thoughts on Iron Fist. Please let me know what yours are down below in the comments and what is your favourite Marvel Netflix shows so far. And of course, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at Rihanna Toria on everything. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye!